Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed new year. You know, when New Year rolled around, I couldn't help think about a couple years ago. And I was watching on the news. Listen to this statistic. I had no clue. I knew that a lot of people are disappearing in our national parks. But do you know how many people go missing in America every single day? 2,300 people. 2,300 go missing every day. I thought, man, that's insane. That's a huge amount of people. So anyway, listen, I was sitting there thinking, you know, as New Year's came and went, I thought back a couple years at some of the scares that we've had around New Year's. And one of them, of course, was Y2K, the year 2000. You guys remember the big Y2K scare 23 years ago, 24 years ago? It seems like old Bill Gates of Microsoft and Steve Jobs of Apple, they forgot to consider into and program into the fact that when the year 2000 came up, 2 with 3 zeros after it, that the computers didn't know what to do with that because they weren't programmed to handle it. And there was just an oversight. And everybody thought that literally at midnight in the year 2000 that all the computers were just going to just freeze up, crash. And we'd be sent right back into the Stone Age. Gas pumps wouldn't work, ATMs wouldn't, nothing would work. It was supposed to send us back into the Stone Age. And listen, I don't know if you remember back then, but it was a big deal. And it turned out that a few little crashes happened, but nothing major. Kind of turned out to be a big dud. So then after that, we had another one. This one occurred on December 21st, 2012. And that was the Earth was going to end on the winter solstice, according to the Mayan long count calendar. How many of you guys remember that? The calendar has a cycle of 5,125 years, and the Mayans believe that there's 4 worlds that took place before ours, and ours being the 4th was about to end, and we were going to enter into the 5th. People, this was a big deal. There was a lot of people that believed that. And I remember on that morning, I remember driving to work, and I was going across the rice fields. It's all just great big horizon out there, the rice fields, and I'm heading to work, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I remember asking God, Lord, is there anything to this Mayan calendar? Is anything, going to happen? What's going on here? And people, the minute I got done praying that prayer, I remember looking out and I saw one of the biggest, most complete rainbows that I have ever seen in my life. It went from horizon to horizon across those rice fields. It was just huge. And that was God letting me know that, hey, He's in charge, not the Mayans. He's in charge of prophecy. He's in charge of exactly how the end's going to unfold. He's in charge of exactly what's going down. And we don't need to worry. Listen, people are always coming up with doomsday scenarios, from the Y2K to the Mayan calendar to Nostradamus to everything else. You know, we're on the last pope right now, according to Malachi. And just, there's always a bunch of doomsdays going around. But you know what? The Bible also talks about doomsday. And talks about the 7-year tribulation and the seals, the trumpets, and the bowl judgments. And people, those are absolutely going to unfold exactly as the Bible has them laid out. The timing we don't know about. I personally believe that we're in the last of the last days. But you know what? We don't know when it's going to happen. But one thing that we do need to do, the first thing you need to do is chill out. Number one, just sit back and chill out. God is in control. He's in control of everything. Chill out. You can't do anything about it. Chill out. Be about your ministry. Be about the work that God has given you to do. Whatever that is. Helping your neighbors, helping the single mother down the street, giving money to a charity that can absolutely use it. Whatever God's given you to do, be about your ministry. People, I'm going to continue to make videos and upload them as long as the internet's here. And if the internet's not here, I'll be out there on the corner shouting. I'm going to be about my ministry right up until the very end. Continue to prep. Continue to prep. There are 4 things that you absolutely need to be stockpiling in your house. You need to have guns. You need to have ammo. You need to have food, and you need to have water. Every time you go to the store, grab a bag of rice and grab a beans and a case of water. Every time. Keep about those things. And the last thing you need to do is sit back and watch it all unfold. And as it's unfolding, you tell people why it's unfolding. Yeah, you know, this was all spoken about in the Bible years ago. That's what's going on. The falling away. The demonic host completely taking over. All spoken about in the Bible. That's what's going on. I tell people every day, yeah, you know what's going on in Israel right now could very well lead to the Psalm 83 war, followed by Ezekiel 38 and 39. And I've gotten a lot of people into their Bibles reading to see if that's so. People, listen. Chill out. Continue to prep. Sit back and watch it all unfold. Because there's nothing that we're going to do about it. We're just going to be about the Lord's work until He comes here to take us. That's all we can do. Anyway, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.